Welcome to Loving God and Loving Life here in John 20. It's the resurrection chapter, Easter, right? Jesus is resurrected. He appears, first of all, to Mary Magdalene and then to his disciples. And in this chapter, a lot of amazing things happen, but I'm going to read from verses 27 to 29. Jesus is speaking here to Thomas, who Jesus had earlier appeared to the disciples. Thomas wasn't there in Jesus' first appearance, and he declares when the disciples tried to tell him that they've seen Jesus, he was not going to believe it. He said, unless I put my hand in his side, put my finger in the holes of his hands, he said, I'm not going to believe it, and I'm not going to be a sucker. No, I'm not going to believe it until I see him. Well, Jesus shows up. Then he says to Thomas, put your finger here, look at my hands. Put your hand into the wound in my side. Don't be faithless any longer, believe. Thomas responds to Jesus and says, my Lord and my God. I mean, he gets it. I mean, he's like, wow, you're the resurrected Christ. You're the Messiah. You're God. He gets it in that moment, Thomas exclaimed. But then Jesus told him, you believe because you've seen me. He said, blessed are those who believe without seeing me. Friends, you sitting here, do you believe Jesus is alive? You're convinced of it? You're positive? I got to tell you, I am. I'm positive. I'm positive because he's revealed himself to me. It wasn't physically, but his spiritual revelation is no less powerful than his physical revelation. And yeah, I believe in. And you know what? You do too. According to Jesus, we're blessed. We're more blessed than Thomas. We think, oh, I wish I would have been there. No, Jesus said, it's more blessed to believe without seeing. You're going to get more rewards for acts of faith when you haven't had some physical evidence. Friends, it is. Yes, it is. And we should not even, quite honestly, I don't know if it's even correct to be crying out to God, give me some physical evidence. I need something physical to see. You know what? If you're there, if you don't have faith yet, you need God to do something, I pray what you need to pray. But ultimately, once Christ has revealed himself to you, there's a day that you just need to cross that line of saying, Lord, I believe. And he will continue to pour out his Spirit and his revelation to you. He'll become so real to you. What starts as a little trickle will grow until he is more real to you than the chair you're sitting on, more real than the air you breathe. Why? Because spiritual things are no less real. We think physical, that's concrete and spiritual. Again, God is a spirit being made all physical things. I would say if one thing is more concrete than the other, it's spirit. And spiritual truth and revelation is not less powerful. He has shown up in our lives in powerful ways. He's spoken to us and changed us and revealed himself to us. And we are blessed when we say yes to him. We're blessed when we have faith and follow him. God, thank you for revealing yourself to us. God, use us in that process with other people's lives. Send us one person today to share your love with. Friends, let's not forget, it's loving God that leads to a life that we love.